Aging is inevitable, and with it comes wisdom, experience, and a unique outlook on life. However, certain behaviors creep in as we age, often unnoticed. These habits or attitudes can affect relationships, self-image, and quality of life if left unchecked. Here are 9 things older people might unintentionally do, often without realizing their impact. Number 1. Criticizing younger generations. It's natural to reflect on the past and view it through the lens of nostalgia, comparing it to the present. This often leads to the familiar refrain of "back in my day," where we highlight the perceived virtues of our own era and, intentionally or not, cast a critical eye on the choices, values, or behaviors of younger generations. While this perspective can stem from a place of genuine concern or a desire to share wisdom, constant criticism of younger people's lifestyles and decisions can come across as dismissive, judgmental, and even condescending. Every generation is a product of its time, shaped by the social, economic, cultural, and technological forces at play during their formative years. What may seem like a lack of discipline or responsibility to one generation might actually be a response to the unique challenges and opportunities faced by another. For example, the rise of digital technology has revolutionized the way younger generations work, communicate, and learn, fostering new skills and approaches that may seem unfamiliar or even threatening to those who grew up in a different era. Criticizing without understanding often creates unnecessary divides, fostering resentment and discouraging meaningful dialogue. This us versus them mentality risks reinforcing stereotypes and closing the door to mutual growth and cooperation. Instead, we should approach generational differences as opportunities for connection, empathy, and learning. Older generations can offer valuable insights and wisdom based on their experiences, while younger generations can bring fresh perspectives, creativity, and innovative solutions to the table. By shifting our focus from judgment to curiosity, we open the door to richer, more productive conversations. Asking questions about what drives younger people's choices, listening to their concerns, and sharing stories in a spirit of mutual respect can help bridge the gap between generations. Each generation has its strengths and weaknesses, and understanding these differences can lead to deeper relationships and a more collaborative approach to the challenges we all face. In the end, every generation is part of an ongoing story of progress and change. Embracing our differences and learning from one another allows us to grow together, rather than allowing our biases to divide us. Let's move away from criticism and instead build a culture of understanding and connection that transcends generational lines. Number 2. Resisting change. Change is an inevitable part of life, yet it can feel unsettling, especially as we grow older. The familiar offers a sense of comfort and stability, and it's only natural to gravitate toward what we know and trust. However, clinging too tightly to the familiar can lead to resistance against new ideas, technologies, and ways of thinking. While this instinct may seem like self-preservation, it can inadvertently create barriers, isolating us from the world around us and limiting opportunities for personal growth, connection, and fulfillment. As the world evolves, so too do the ways we interact with it. Advances in technology, shifts in cultural norms, and new ways of thinking emerge at a rapid pace, often challenging the perspectives and routines we've grown accustomed to. Resisting these changes can leave us feeling out of touch or disconnected, as younger generations and society as a whole move forward. For example, avoiding new technologies like smartphones, social media, or even online communication tools might feel like maintaining simplicity, but it can also mean missing out on meaningful interactions, opportunities for learning, and ways to stay connected with family and friends. Beyond technology, resistance to change in thought or behavior can limit personal and intellectual growth. Holding rigidly to old beliefs or practices without considering new perspectives can prevent us from seeing the world in a fuller, more nuanced way. It can stifle curiosity, reduce openness to new experiences, and lead to an echo chamber of outdated ideas. Over time, this can erode not only our ability to adapt but also our relationships with others, as they may struggle to bridge the gap between their evolving world and our resistance to it. On the other hand, embracing change, though it may be challenging, can open up a world of possibilities. It's not about abandoning everything we know or value, but about balancing the wisdom of experience with the courage to explore the unfamiliar. This willingness to adapt can enrich our lives in countless ways, fostering connections with younger generations, learning new skills, and staying engaged with the world as it transforms. Resisting change doesn't have to be an endpoint. Instead, it can serve as a signal to reflect and reframe our approach. Why does this particular change feel daunting? Is it fear of the unknown, a reluctance to let go of tradition, or uncertainty about our ability to adapt? By addressing these questions with honesty and self-compassion, we can begin to shift our mindset and take small steps toward embracing what's new. Ultimately, life is a journey of continuous evolution, and our ability to grow alongside it is a testament to our resilience. Embracing change can help us remain vibrant, connected, and relevant, no matter our age. It's not about leaving the past behind, but about blending the best of what we know with the promise of what's to come. Change, when met with an open mind, isn't just something to endure. It's an opportunity to thrive. Number 3, over-talking about health issues. As we go through life, it's natural for health to become a more prominent topic of discussion, especially as we or those close to us encounter new challenges. Sharing health concerns can be an important way to connect with others, seek support, and even exchange useful advice or empathy. However, when conversations become overly focused on ailments, aches, or medical issues, it can unintentionally create a heavy or monotonous atmosphere. Striking a balance is essential to maintaining engaging and positive relationships while still allowing space for meaningful discussions about health. Health is a deeply personal and universal topic, and it's normal to want to talk about what we're experiencing. However, consistently steering conversations toward health issues, especially when they dominate most interactions, can sometimes leave others feeling overwhelmed, uncomfortable, or unsure of how to respond. Friends and family might begin to associate conversations with a sense of heaviness, making it harder to connect in other meaningful or joyful ways. This doesn't mean you shouldn't talk about health. Rather, it's about being mindful of how often and how deeply these topics enter your conversations. Over-talking about health can also shift the dynamic of relationships. For instance, if one person constantly brings up ailments, it might inadvertently create a one-sided interaction where others feel like caregivers or listeners rather than equal participants. While it's important to share struggles and challenges, it's equally vital to leave room for other topics. Whether it's sharing happy memories, discussing current events, or dreaming about the future. These lighter, uplifting conversations can help sustain a sense of balance and maintain the mutual enjoyment that healthy relationships thrive on. One way to approach this balance is to consider the context and the audience. Sharing health updates with close family or trusted friends can be appropriate and even necessary, especially if it affects your daily life or they've expressed genuine concern. However, with acquaintances, casual friends, or during social gatherings, it might be more considerate to limit detailed discussions about health unless the topic naturally arises. Instead, focus on topics that can foster connection and positive energy, such as shared interests, recent adventures, or lighthearted stories. It's also worth noting that constantly talking about health can sometimes reinforce a focus on the negative, both for yourself and others. While acknowledging health challenges is important, dwelling on them too much can make it harder to see the good in your life or shift focus towards solutions and gratitude. By consciously balancing these conversations with more uplifting or neutral topics, you can create space for optimism, curiosity, and shared joy. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or concerns. It's about choosing when, where, and how to share. Health is undoubtedly an important part of life, but it's only one aspect of the full, rich story of who you are. Sharing your passions, achievements, and hopes alongside your challenges can help you maintain vibrant, fulfilling relationships that go beyond the confines of health discussions. In the end, maintaining this balance isn't just about preserving relationships, it's also about nurturing your own well-being. Positive, varied conversations can bring joy, connection, and support, helping you and those around you stay focused on the many good things life has to offer, even in the face of difficulties. Number 4, neglecting personal appearance. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to fall into routines that prioritize convenience over care, especially when it comes to personal grooming, style, and hygiene. As we juggle responsibilities or adapt to changing circumstances, our appearance may sometimes take a back seat. While comfort and practicality are undoubtedly important, neglecting personal appearance over time can have unintended consequences for how we feel about ourselves and how we connect with others. Making an effort to maintain your appearance isn't about vanity. It's a way of showing self-respect and fostering confidence in both personal and social interactions. Taking care of your appearance has a profound psychological impact. When you invest time and effort into grooming, dressing well, and presenting yourself thoughtfully, you're sending a powerful message to yourself that you are worth the care and attention. This can lead to a boost in self-confidence, helping you feel more capable and poised as you navigate daily life. Conversely, neglecting appearance can contribute to feelings of low self-esteem, as the lack of effort may reflect or reinforce a sense of disinterest or dissatisfaction with oneself. Beyond the personal benefits, maintaining your appearance also communicates respect and consideration for others. Whether in a professional setting, social gathering, or casual interaction, the way you present yourself influences how others perceive and engage with you. While appearance isn't everything, it plays a role in first impressions and ongoing relationships, often serving as a reflection of your attitude, attention to detail, and level of care. Showing up well-groomed and appropriately dressed signals that you value the time and company of those around you. Neglecting personal appearance can sometimes stem from deeper issues, such as stress, fatigue, or feeling overwhelmed. Recognizing this is important because improving appearance doesn't have to mean adopting elaborate routines or rigid standards. It's about finding small, manageable ways to prioritize self-care and create a routine that aligns with your needs and lifestyle. Even simple acts like brushing your hair, wearing clean and well-fitted clothes, or adding a personal touch to your outfit can make a significant difference. Comfort doesn't have to come at the expense of style or grooming. Choosing clothing that is both comfortable and flattering, investing in skincare or hygiene practices that work for you, or even experimenting with accessories that reflect your personality can help you strike a balance between ease and effort. Additionally, grooming rituals can serve as moments of self-care, providing a sense of routine and mindfulness in an otherwise hectic day. It's important to remember that taking care of your appearance isn't about conforming to societal beauty standards or trying to impress others. Instead, it's about showing yourself the same level of care and respect you'd offer to someone you love. When you look good, you often feel good, and that positivity radiates into other areas of your life, from work to relationships to personal goals. Ultimately, maintaining your appearance is a form of self-expression and self-investment. It's not about perfection or extravagance, but about putting your best foot forward, whatever that looks like for you. By making a conscious effort to care for how you present yourself, you not only enhance your own confidence, but also foster stronger connections with those around you, creating a ripple effect of positivity and mutual respect. Number 5. Overindulging in nostalgia. Reliving cherished memories and reflecting on the good old days can bring comfort and joy. Nostalgia has a unique way of grounding us, reminding us of times when life felt simpler, happier, or more manageable. It's natural to find solace in these moments, especially during times of uncertainty or change. However, when we overly indulge in nostalgia, constantly focusing on the past, it can inadvertently create a disconnect from the present and even alienate those around us. Striking a balance between appreciating the past and embracing the present is essential for cultivating a positive, engaging, and forward-looking mindset. Nostalgia can serve as a double-edged sword. On one hand, revisiting fond memories can provide a sense of identity and continuity, helping us appreciate how far we've come. On the other hand, dwelling too much on the past can hinder our ability to adapt to current circumstances and make meaningful connections in the present. When conversations repeatedly return to how things used to be, it may cause others, especially younger generations or those with different experiences, to feel excluded or undervalued. This focus on the past might inadvertently suggest that the present, and by extension their lives or contributions, are less meaningful or important. Overindulging in nostalgia can also limit personal growth. Constantly yearning for the way things were may prevent us from fully engaging with the opportunities and challenges of the present. Life is ever-changing, and clinging too tightly to the past can make it difficult to embrace new experiences, relationships, and perspectives. It may also reinforce a mindset that views the present as inferior, leading to feelings of dissatisfaction or disconnection. Creating a more positive and balanced approach involves learning to cherish the past without letting it overshadow the here and now. Acknowledge and celebrate the good memories, but also take time to focus on what makes the present moment special. This could mean finding joy in small daily victories, exploring new hobbies or interests, or deepening connections with friends and family. Actively seeking out opportunities for growth and joy in the present helps shift the focus from what was to what is and what could be. Looking forward to the future is another powerful way to counterbalance nostalgia. Setting goals, dreaming about possibilities, and planning for upcoming experiences can reignite a sense of excitement and purpose. By imagining the future as a canvas of opportunities rather than a source of uncertainty, you create space for optimism and creativity to flourish. This forward-thinking mindset not only enriches your own outlook, but also inspires those around you to approach life with a similar sense of enthusiasm. It's also important to remember that sharing memories can be a bridge rather than a barrier. Instead of simply reminiscing about the past, invite others to connect by asking about their experiences, perspectives, or aspirations. For example, sharing a story about a favorite tradition can lead to conversations about how similar practices have evolved or how they can be reimagined in today's context. This creates a sense of shared history and mutual respect, fostering deeper connections across generations and backgrounds. Ultimately, the past is a valuable part of who we are, but it is only one chapter in the ongoing story of our lives. Embracing the present and looking forward to the future allows us to write new chapters filled with growth, connection, and discovery. By striking this balance, we not only enrich our own lives, but also create a more vibrant and inclusive atmosphere for those around us. Nostalgia, when tempered with curiosity and openness, becomes a tool for reflection rather than a limitation, helping us appreciate the past while fully living in the moment and dreaming of what lies ahead. Number 6. Unintentionally being negative. With age comes a rich tapestry of experiences, triumphs, challenges, and lessons learned. However, as life unfolds, these experiences can sometimes lead to a more cynical or pessimistic outlook. Difficulties endured and disappointments faced might shape the way we view the world, making it easy to focus on what's wrong rather than what's right. While this perspective may feel like realism or wisdom, it can often translate into unintentional negativity that affects not only your own mindset, but also the people around you. Recognizing and addressing this tendency is vital to fostering a more uplifting and supportive atmosphere for yourself and others. Negativity can manifest in subtle ways. Perhaps it's a tendency to focus on the shortcomings of a situation, dwell on the worst-case scenario, or frequently express dissatisfaction. While such reactions might seem justified in the moment, they can have a cumulative effect, creating a gloomy or draining environment. This doesn't mean you should ignore challenges or suppress valid concerns, but being constantly negative can overshadow the positive aspects of life and make it harder to find joy in everyday moments. For those around you, unintentional negativity can feel discouraging. It may make conversations feel heavy or one-sided, as others struggle to find common ground or uplifting topics to share. Over time, this can create distance, as people may shy away from interactions that leave them feeling disheartened. Relationships thrive on mutual encouragement and positivity, so being mindful of how your words and attitudes influence others is an important step in maintaining strong connections. One effective way to combat unintentional negativity is by practicing gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what you have, encouraging a mindset that acknowledges and celebrates the good in your life. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, but rather balancing them with an appreciation for the positives, no matter how small. Simple practices, such as keeping a gratitude journal, reflecting on daily blessings, or sharing moments of joy with others, can help reframe your perspective over time. Optimism is another powerful antidote to negativity. While it's natural to feel cautious or wary at times, optimism allows you to approach life with hope and resilience. It's about choosing to see possibilities instead of limitations and believing in your ability to navigate challenges. Developing an optimistic outlook doesn't require blind positivity. It's about finding constructive ways to face difficulties while remaining open to potential solutions and growth. Building awareness of your patterns of thought and speech can also make a difference. Take a moment to reflect on how often you focus on the negative and consider how you might reframe your perspective. For example, instead of saying, "Everything is getting worse," try acknowledging a challenge while also identifying an opportunity. Things are changing, but this might lead to new possibilities. Shifting your language not only helps rewire your thinking, but also creates a more positive energy that others will notice and appreciate. Engaging in activities that bring joy and fulfillment is another way to reduce negativity. Spending time in nature, pursuing hobbies, or volunteering can provide a sense of purpose and connection that counterbalances cynicism. Surrounding yourself with positive influences, such as friends who uplift you or content that inspires you, can also help reinforce a brighter outlook on life. Ultimately, addressing unintentional negativity is about finding balance. Life will always have its challenges, but by cultivating gratitude, optimism, and mindfulness, you can create a perspective that uplifts rather than weighs down. This not only enhances your own sense of well-being, but also fosters stronger, more positive relationships with those around you. A hopeful, forward-looking attitude is a gift to yourself and others, helping you navigate life's complexities with grace and resilience. Number 7. Talking more, listening less. As we accumulate life experience, we often gain valuable insights and wisdom worth sharing. It's natural to want to pass on lessons learned or offer guidance to those around us, especially when we believe it can help them navigate their own challenges. However, when talking begins to dominate conversations, whether through lengthy anecdotes, unsolicited advice, or over-explaining, it can unintentionally overshadow the importance of listening. While sharing is meaningful, being a good listener is equally, if not more, vital in building strong relationships and fostering meaningful connections. Excessive talking can stem from a genuine desire to engage or contribute to a conversation, but it can also create unintended imbalances. When one person dominates the dialogue, others may feel their voices are unheard or undervalued, which can lead to frustration or disconnection. Over time, this dynamic might discourage people from sharing their thoughts, feelings, or experiences, ultimately weakening the bond between you and those you care about. Listening, on the other hand, is a powerful act of respect and empathy. It signals to others that their perspectives matter and that you value their input. By truly listening, without interrupting, judging, or immediately offering solutions, you create a safe space for authentic dialogue. This not only deepens relationships, but also allows for mutual understanding and growth. Conversations are most fulfilling when they're a two-way exchange, where everyone feels heard and appreciated. It's worth noting that excessive talking isn't always about intentional self-focus. It can sometimes arise from enthusiasm, a need to fill silences, or even a habit formed over time. Recognizing this tendency is the first step toward fostering a more balanced communication style. Practice self-awareness during conversations by pausing periodically to reflect. Have I been speaking for too long? Have I invited the other person to share their thoughts? This simple shift can open the door to richer, more dynamic interactions. Active listening is a skill that can be cultivated with practice. It involves more than just hearing words. It requires genuine engagement and attentiveness. Make eye contact, nod, or give verbal affirmations, and ask thoughtful questions to show interest in what the other person is saying. Avoid the temptation to formulate your response while they're still speaking. Instead, focus fully on their words and the emotions behind them. This approach not only helps you understand their perspective, but also encourages them to open up further, creating a deeper connection. Additionally, listening doesn't mean you can't share your own experiences. It's about finding balance. When someone shares a story or challenge, resist the urge to immediately pivot the conversation to your own similar experience. Instead, validate their feelings and engage with their narrative before contributing your thoughts. For example, saying, "That sounds really challenging. How are you feeling about it?" invites further sharing before transitioning to your input. This subtle shift ensures that the other person feels prioritized in the conversation. Being a good listener also has personal benefits. It allows you to learn from others' experiences, gain new perspectives, and build empathy. Each person you interact with has a unique story, and by listening more, you open yourself up to insights and ideas you may not have considered before. This can enrich your own understanding of the world and make your interactions more rewarding. In the end, communication is about connection, not competition. Sharing your wisdom and stories is valuable, but it should complement, not overshadow, the experiences and voices of those around you. By embracing the role of an attentive listener, you strengthen your relationships and create an environment of mutual respect and trust. Conversations become more than exchanges of words. They become moments of shared meaning, understanding, and growth. In listening, you give others the gift of being heard, and in return, you receive the gift of deeper connection. Number 8, overprotectiveness. As parents, grandparents, or guardians, the instinct to protect younger generations is deeply ingrained. Watching over loved ones, especially children or grandchildren, is a natural way of expressing care and ensuring their safety. However, this protective instinct, when taken to extremes, can become overprotectiveness. While it may stem from the best intentions, such as preventing mistakes, avoiding harm, or easing struggles, being overly protective can inadvertently stifle independence, hinder personal growth, and impact the development of critical life skills in younger generations. Overprotectiveness often arises from a place of love and concern. You may want to spare your children or grandchildren the pain of failure, disappointment, or difficulty. You've likely faced your share of challenges and may want to use your experience to shield them from making similar mistakes. While this is a noble goal, it's important to remember that mistakes and challenges are essential components of growth. By trying to protect younger generations from every hardship, you may unintentionally deprive them of valuable learning opportunities and the chance to build resilience. When individuals are overly sheltered or micromanaged, they may struggle to develop confidence in their own decision-making abilities. Independence and self-reliance are skills cultivated through experience, both positive and negative. Allowing younger generations the freedom to make their own choices, even if those choices lead to mistakes, is an essential part of their journey toward becoming capable, self-assured individuals. Over time, they will learn to navigate challenges, adapt to unforeseen circumstances, and take responsibility for their actions, all of which are critical for personal and professional success. Overprotectiveness can also impact relationships. Younger generations may feel frustrated, smothered, or mistrusted if they perceive constant interference in their lives. This can lead to tension, resistance, or even a desire to pull away in search of autonomy. Striking a balance between offering guidance and allowing freedom is crucial to maintaining open and supportive relationships. It's about being a safety net rather than a cage, providing support when needed while allowing room for exploration and self-discovery. One way to achieve this balance is by shifting from a mindset of control to one of mentorship. Instead of dictating what younger generations should or shouldn't do, share your experiences and insights as tools they can use to inform their decisions. For example, instead of saying, "You shouldn't do that because it's risky," try framing it as, "When I faced a similar situation, here's what I learned. How do you feel about your options?" This approach respects their autonomy while still offering valuable guidance. Trust is another essential component. Trusting younger generations to make their own choices shows that you believe in their ability to handle challenges and learn from their experiences. This doesn't mean abandoning them to figure everything out on their own. It means being there as a source of support and encouragement rather than control. Let them know that you're available to offer advice if they need it, but that you respect their right to lead their own lives. It's also important to recognize that every generation faces unique challenges shaped by their time. While your experiences provide wisdom, younger generations may navigate their world in ways that differ from what you're accustomed to. Embracing their perspectives, even when they differ from your own, fosters mutual understanding and strengthens your bond. Ultimately, overprotectiveness, while rooted in care, can have unintended consequences if it limits independence and growth. By stepping back and offering guidance without controlling their choices, you empower younger generations to become confident, capable, and resilient individuals. In doing so, you're not just protecting them from harm, but equipping them to thrive in an ever-changing world. The greatest gift you can give is the freedom to grow, supported by the unwavering foundation of your love and wisdom. Number 9, underestimating your own potential. As we age, the accumulation of life experiences, wisdom, and lessons learned often gives us a deep understanding of the world and our place in it. However, with this knowledge can come a limiting mindset, a belief that certain goals, dreams, or aspirations are too late to pursue. Many older adults unknowingly underestimate their own potential by falling into the trap of thinking that their time for growth, exploration, or personal achievement has passed. This mindset can be especially prevalent in a culture that often values youth and associates success with a specific age or timeline. While it's true that life presents its own unique challenges at different stages, believing that it's too late to try something new or reach for a long-held dream can prevent you from exploring exciting opportunities, developing new passions, and setting meaningful goals. Underestimating your own potential stems from a variety of sources. Perhaps it's the pressure of societal expectations, where milestones like career achievements, financial stability, or even social status are often framed as things to be attained in youth or middle age. The idea that you're too old to begin a new chapter, learn a new skill, or take a different path can create a sense of resignation. This belief can make people overlook or dismiss opportunities that could be deeply fulfilling or enriching. Additionally, the fear of failure or the uncertainty of starting something new later in life may discourage individuals from stepping outside their comfort zones. However, the notion that it's too late to follow your dreams or explore new avenues of growth is a false limitation. In reality, the later years of life often present unique advantages, experience, perspective, and a deep understanding of personal desires and values. With these strengths comes the freedom to pursue what truly matters to you, whether that's learning a new language, picking up an instrument, writing a book, traveling to unfamiliar places, or even starting a new career. Age is not a barrier to passion, creativity, or personal growth. Rather, it can be an asset that enables you to approach new challenges with a sense of clarity, wisdom, and resilience that only comes with life experience. Exploring new passions and setting new goals is not about competing with younger generations or proving anything to others. It's about personal fulfillment and a commitment to lifelong learning. In fact, studies show that engaging in new activities and pursuing goals later in life can have positive effects on mental health, cognitive function, and overall well-being. The joy of discovering something new or achieving a goal is not confined to a specific age but is universally rewarding. Pursuing new interests also fosters a sense of purpose and excitement that can energize your daily life. Whether it's rediscovering an old hobby, trying something you've always wanted to do, or exploring completely unfamiliar territory, the process of learning and growing keeps the mind sharp, boosts self-confidence, and enriches your sense of identity. It can also lead to new social connections, as meeting others who share similar interests can create new friendships and support networks. Overcoming the mindset of underestimating your potential involves challenging the limiting beliefs that have been shaped by age or societal expectations. Start by reflecting on the things you've always wanted to do but haven't yet tried, and ask yourself why. Is it because you think you're too old? What would happen if you took that leap? Begin by setting small, achievable goals that gradually push you beyond your comfort zone. Whether it's taking an online course, joining a community group, or simply dedicating time to a long-neglected passion, the act of starting is often the hardest part. And once you do, you may discover a well of untapped potential within yourself. Additionally, embrace the idea that there's no perfect time to pursue something new. Life is about the journey, not the destination. The pursuit of new goals doesn't need to be about achieving perfection or meeting a particular benchmark. It's about enjoying the process, expanding your horizons, and embracing the fact that you're never truly done learning or evolving. One key to unlocking your potential is to surround yourself with others who support and encourage your growth. Whether it's a friend, family member, mentor, or community group, having a support system that believes in your abilities can be transformative. These people can offer encouragement, share resources, and help you navigate challenges as you work toward your goals. It's also important to recognize that setbacks and obstacles are a normal part of any journey. Rather than viewing these as signs of failure, see them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. In the end, the idea that it's too late to pursue something new or set meaningful goals is a myth. Age is not a limitation. It's an opportunity to leverage your experiences and passions to shape the next phase of your life. Whether it's learning a new skill, embracing a creative pursuit, or stepping into a new career, You have the potential to achieve great things at any age. The key is to embrace that potential, discard limiting beliefs, and take action to create the life you truly desire. Life is a continuous journey of self-discovery, and as long as you are open to growth, there is no end to the possibilities that lie ahead. Aging is a beautiful journey, but it's essential to remain self-aware. By recognizing and addressing these common tendencies, older adults can maintain strong relationships, foster growth, and enjoy a more vibrant, fulfilling life. Remember, it's never too late to reflect, adapt, and thrive.